Dr. Edwards, the Longevity Doc, and today I'm going to be the host for a metabolic showdown. In the red corner, we have Team Intermittent Fasting. They're wearing black yoga pants, drinking black coffee, and proudly announcing they don't eat until noon. They talk about autophagy like it's a superpower and refer to the 16-8 fasting feeding window like it's a lifestyle badge of honor. In the blue corner, we have Team Breakfast. They're holding oatmeal and Greek yogurt, quoting decades of public health messaging, and insisting that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. They have epidemiology on their side and they're not afraid to use it. At first glance, these two camps look completely incompatible. One saying that you should eat breakfast, the other saying you should have an increased fasting window. Team Breakfast points to large observational studies showing that people who skip breakfast have about a 27% higher risk of dying from any cause, and as high as a 40% higher risk of cardiovascular death. In people at risk for diabetes, skipping breakfast 4 to 5 days per week is associated with roughly a 55% increase in diabetes risk. They cross their arms and say, "See? Eat your breakfast." Team Fasting fires back with randomized controlled trials. Structured time-restricted eating, where you eat during a shortened 8 to 10 hour window and fast for the remaining time, produces weight loss, lowers fasting insulin by as much as 57%, improves insulin sensitivity, and reduces blood pressure. Those who use intermittent fasting also show that insulin sensitivity improves even without losing weight. They lean forward and they whisper, "It's about the fasting window." So now we have a standoff. Breakfast eaters appear to be healthier, but intentional fasters have better blood labs that indicate decreased risk of disease. So who's right? Here's the twist. They're arguing about two different things. Chaotic breakfast skipping. Staying up late, snacking at 9 or 10 p.m., then skipping breakfast because you're not hungry or you don't have time, that's not the same as structured intermittent fasting aligned with your circadian rhythms. The real metabolic villain isn't breakfast and it isn't fasting. It's the 16-hour grazing window that many people adopt that stretches from early morning till late at night, keeping insulin elevated all day long. When we look at prediabetes, regular breakfast consumption is associated with lower diabetes risk. But structured intermittent fasting, combined with early eating, improves glucose tolerance more than simple calorie restriction. Translation: timing matters. Earlier eating works better than later eating. So how do we end this metabolic debate? We reconcile the camps. Eat breakfast when you wake up, especially a higher protein, fiber-rich meal, because your insulin sensitivity is highest in the morning. Then stop eating earlier in the evening. Finish dinner by 5, 6, or 7 p.m. Create a 12 to 16 hour overnight fasting window without skipping breakfast. Now Team Breakfast is satisfied, you're fueling early, and Team Fasting is satisfied. You've created a prolonged fasting window, and your insulin levels finally get a break. It turns out this wasn't a war, it was just simply a misunderstanding. If you're working to reverse prediabetes, go to the bio or the discussion section below and download my free Reversing Diabetes Without Dieting and Without Drugs toolkit. I think you'll find it's well worth your time.